Hey, what's up there, Starcraft 2 community? This is Xerent. Thought I'd just hop on some Starcraft 2 in the morning, and actually it's not the morning anymore, it's 1:30, but it's morning to me. I woke up late, went to bed last night, so thought I'd just hop on and cast a game or two, and good news is it is raining outside, so I'm in a pretty good mood. Though I'm a little bit tired still, I'm in a good mood. And we will be watching a Terran versus Zerg matchup. Once again, we're going to be watching Nerchio versus the Lucifron. So Lucifron spawning as the green Terran on the right side of the map versus Nerchio spawning as the blue Zerg on the top of the map. And I believe this is part of the Zotac Cup, which was what the previous game I casted with Nerchio was as well. So that's a pretty interesting matchup once again. Zerg versus Terran, and I'll try to make this my last Zerg versus Terran for a while. Maybe I'll look for a Terran versus Protoss or some other mirror matchups. Though I personally don't like mirror matchups as I find them boring. But if I do one, I'll probably look for a Terran versus Terran. But anyways, as you might have just been reading, just the two conversing just a little bit, talking about the tournament and whatnot, and how Lucifron hasn't been playing in a while, and that he starts up university again in a few weeks, I believe. And at least I will be able to win some tournaments, so I'm assuming when Lucifron's gone, Nerchio will be able to win some tournaments. But anyways, back onto the game. It does look like Lucifron is getting up his refinery as well as his barracks, which is almost halfway done. Nerchio doesn't have too much going on. It does look like he has opted for the fast expansion once again, just like the previous game. And also, before I do cast this will be a best of 3 match, I believe. And I'm assuming these games were played a few days ago, so interesting, new, fresh replays. Excited to cast these, and it does look like Nerchio is going to get his spawning pool up at around 15 supply, so fast expand into a 15 pool. As we go back to Lucifron's base, it does look like he's getting his workers into his gas, and he is getting up that orbital command center. So pretty standard play so far from these two, getting on that tech lab to the barracks. So maybe a Marauder or a Fast Reaper, who knows. I'm assuming he actually might get Fast Sim and then maybe go for a Fast Expansion or a Fast Concussive Shells. But we are not too sure about that right now, so we'll go over to Nerchio's base for just a little bit. He is getting up his extractor, and his spawning pool is about to be finished, as well as his hatchery, which is over a third of the way done. And it does look like Nerchio is chasing away Lucifron's scout, and it does look like he is producing a Fast Reaper from there, so he's gonna be able to get that valuable scouting information with that Reaper. Just hop up, maybe do a little harassment on the drones to make that Reaper useful instead of completely useless. And it does look like Nerchio is going to be getting out his queen right there, and hopefully he's saving up some minerals for another queen. Yes, he was, and he does seem to be getting out 4 Zerglings, or 6 so far. He's going to be able to get that map control, and I assume he's going to use the first 100 gas for that speed upgrade. As we go back to Lucifron's base, it does look like he is getting up an expansion, so Lucifron is going for quite an early expansion for a Terran player, though it is becoming quite standard for Terrans to go that fast expansion against Zerg, especially if they're going that fast expansion. So it does look like he is getting that speed, so Metabolic Boost is on its way, and this queen is almost finished, as well as another queen, or what is that? Oh, that was just that queen. Different little loading bars there. So Metabolic Boost is on its way. As we go back to Lucifron's base, it does look like he is getting up his second gas, so he's going to be mining there hopefully soon with 2 more workers, as he only has 1 mining right there. His command center seems to be almost done, and it does look like he made a little tech switch. He built a factory and lifted it on to that tech lab that the barracks is on, and he's going to be getting the pre-igniter upgrade as well as Hellion, so maybe look for a nice little Hellion drop or a Hellion run by here, though I would prefer a Hellion drop as I feel like it would catch the Zerg opponent off guard a lot more. But it does look like this Reaper is able to get 7 kills, so wow, this Reaper has done a lot of damage to the workers. Definitely worth its price and more. 7 kills is quite a lot. Maybe he should keep on continuing killing some drones if he can, but those queens are gonna push it away. So we go back to his base, though. It does look like he hasn't lifted off the command center yet, and he is continuing to produce the Hellions. And is he building? Yep, he's building a reactor on there, so he's going to be lifting off that factory and building 2 Hellions at once, as well as getting a dropship. So maybe I was right. He is throwing down 2 more barracks, so maybe going into a more bio build. And as we go back to Nerchio's base, it does look like he's still getting that Reaper away. I believe that was a Reaper. So that Reaper's finally dead after about 7 kills, I would assume. It does look like he has a Roach Warren up as well as an Extractor, so he's going to get 3 drones on that very quickly, I hope. Oh, they're already on. Maybe I missed them. And it does look like the Blue Flamed Hellions are moving in now. He has 3 Blue Flamed Hellions. No kills on any of them yet, or 2 kills on one of them, and it does look like they're going to be able to blast away a lot of drones, especially with Nerchio lining them up right there. What was he doing? Oh my. But he does have roaches, so he will be able to handle these shortly. But the upside of Zerg is you do produce a lot of those drones in the beginning, so you're not too far behind. So, let's see. Workers killed. What's his name? Lucifron has killed 16 workers of Nerchio. So that's never too good anyways to be in that position as a Zerg. But hopefully he's not too many workers away. Let's go to the units tab. 32 to 31. So yes, as I was saying, Nerchio isn't too far behind, but because of that, it does look like he's going to go for another push right here. And he's just going to move out across the map with a few roaches, but that Viking does see it, so Lucifron will be able to prepare. And I'm just remembering that someone did say to put up the name panel, so doing that right now. I'll remember to keep that on next game. Sorry about it, and sorry that I wasn't here for the first part of the game. But it does look like Nerchio does have a pretty mean force coming up the ramp here. But Lucifron does have that bunker up with 2 Marauders, which are very good against roaches. But these roaches will try to kill at least a supply depot and maybe try to go up there. But nope, Nerchio is forced to push back, and he does lose 1 roach, which isn't too big of a deal. About 100 total resources versus the 100 minerals of the supply depot, so pretty fair trade, I would say, especially if he were to supply block Lucifron. It does look like he's continuing with his Marauder build, I feel like, as well as continuing to produce those Hellions, so maybe we'll see another drop very soon. As of that, there's not too much else happening in the base. He's continuing to build the supply depots, and I'm curious as to when he's going to expand. It's almost the 10-minute mark, and he still hasn't lifted off that expansion to go in here, and he's way oversaturated right now. As we go to Nerchio's base, it does look like he's stopped something there. Not too sure what that was. Sorry I missed that, but it does look like he's able to get his drone count up again, 39 to 42. And not the best to be behind, so he might have to, or tied right now, but he's continuing to produce those drones, 7 drones in production. And he is getting up that spire, which I think is a wise decision, as there is nothing to defend against those Mutalisks. And it finally does look like Lucifron is lifting off his command center and placing it down on his expansion, as well as securing it with about 2 bunkers. And looks like he's going a nice bio ball with Medivacs. And he does have 4 Hellions out across the map, so we'll watch these for just a little bit. Hopefully he'll get some good damage done. It doesn't look like Nerchio has anything to protect from that. Oh, it looks like they're going up from there, but the Hellions are going to swoop by here, and they're going to be able to roast away a lot of drones as well as those Zerglings. And it looks like Lucifron is doing massive damage right now. 33 workers killed so far, with the Hellions having about 6 kills on each of them. Wow, Lucifron did some amazing damage there, as he has been doing all game. 37 workers killed, which is quite a lot. 33 workers versus 44. So Nerchio is going to have to find a way to come back into this, but with that push, it looks like Lucifron is satisfied, and he's going to want to push out. The Overlord, unfortunately, won't survive. Just looks like he has a bunch of Marines as well as 2 Marauders, so it looks like he will be able to keep the Mutalisks away. I was thinking that Lucifron was going for a lot of Marauders, but it does look like he has a lot of Marines, and he hasn't been producing Marauders, so nice Marine tank standard build right now. He is going to lift off onto the ledge, and Nerchio is forced to attack, and it looks like Nerchio will be able to clean this up. Not too much there from Lucifron. He didn't have a big army or so, and he didn't micro properly, so these Mutalisks are going to go chase the Medivacs away, and for some reason I'm lagging just a little bit right now. Oh, good. My frame rate is back up. So it looks like he has, let's see, 6 Mutalisks out of the 10 that he was producing before. Let's see if he can do some damage with these, which is much needed, especially after losing all of those workers. So it looks like Nerchio is going to be able to bring that workers killed count up to 7, hopefully a little bit more in the future. But I don't think he'll be able to compare to that 37 workers killed from Lucifron. And he's also getting up another expansion. So he's going to be ahead in the economy from Nerchio. And I think all the little things are adding up, and Lucifron is going to be able to pull ahead soon. Is he going to lift this off, or is he just going to change it to an orbital command center and then lift it off? I'm not too sure. It does look like he's going to stick with that marine tank play, and he's also pushing off the mutalisks up here, so that's good to see. And I don't know why I keep lagging. It's getting kind of annoying. Maybe I'll exit out of some of my programs right now. Sorry about that. Just exiting out as many as I can. Alright, I think I've exited out all of them. It does look like Nerchio is getting up another expansion over here, though, so that's good to see. Never want to be down one base against the Terran. And it does look like he is able to pick off one more SCV, so he's going to want to get another SCV, which is coming right now to finish that turret. And Mutalisks are a pest, and it looks like Lucifron is just... I feel like he's producing too many turrets to protect against these Mutalisks, as he just really needs one or two to protect his mineral line and his facilities, but not much you can do, I guess. I know a lot of people who overreact to Mutalisks when they really don't. As I'm a Zerg player myself, and if I see a missile turret, I normally don't want to stay around, as you can easily just repair it or just bring over your army and just destroy those Mutalisks. But it does look like we have a small battle over here, so we do have a lot of roaches and Zerglings, but it looks like Lucifron has way too many marines and tanks, and he's going to push Nerchio away. As we go to Nerchio's base, though, it does look like he's getting the Glial Reconstitution, as well as another macro hatch in his base, and it looks like he's going to continue producing those roaches, so he's going to be going heavy roach play, which is very good against takes and marines, though I would like to see some banelings. I don't know where they are. Every time I watch Nerchio, I never see any banelings, so it does look like he's going to be able to get a few mutalisks in here, and workers kill count is only at 8 still, but he's going to rack up a few from here. 10, 11, 12. Is he going to get 13? Yes, I feel like he will be getting 13, 14, 15, and it looks like he's going to get out of there, killing about 6 more workers to even that worker count a bit more. As we go to it, looks like Nerchio has 44 versus 46. He has to power those drones right now, but at the same time he can't, because he's going to have to defend against this mean army. Just a nice marine tank build. I feel like Nerchio should get some infestors soon, but I'm liking this Mutalisk roach play and Zergling play from the Zerg player. I haven't seen Mutas used by a Zerg player in a while, so that's good to see that. I love seeing that, especially against the Terran, as I feel like Terran do have a hard time dealing with them, such as building all these turrets. And it looks like the Mutalisks are free once again in the base. How many more workers killed? It doesn't look like he's killed any workers, but at the same time, it looks like there's going to be a big battle in the middle of the map. Looks like that queen is about to die, and it looks like Nerchio is going for a counterattack, while Lucifron is not prepared at all, so he's going to run the Zerglings over there, and a lot of Zerglings over there. So a lot of damage is going to be dealt by Nerchio, but I feel like he's also going to lose his whole army, especially when he can't decide where to go. Looks like he's going to try to go and take out the 3rd expansion, but he's just losing a lot of army right there. And I don't think that was worth it for him to go in there and lose all that. As we go to the workers kill tab, though, it does look like he was able to even the count by quite a lot. 32 workers killed, but at what cost from losing a lot of his army? It does look like Lucifron is going to be trying to move out with a lot of tanks and a lot of marines, but if Nerchio can hold this off, I feel like he will be in the lead. It's currently 59 drones to 36. Zerg can just build up those drones way faster than Terran. It does look like Lucifron is going in here, though, and I feel like he's going to be able to lock down that expansion. Nerchio was forced to pull a lot of drones away, so it does look like Nerchio will be losing this expansion. At the same time, it looks like Nerchio is just trying to gather up a force to defend that, maybe hopefully catch Lucifron off guard, unsiege when he's trying to get out of there. But I feel like if Nerchio just went and attacked this planetary fortress, he would be all good. He would get it destroyed. and it looks like he's going to do something similar to that. Nerchio is just running around in the middle of the map with his army, and I think he should go in right now and pick off a few tanks, especially with these ones unsieged. Just go pick off these tanks, pick off the Marines. And as I was saying before, just where are the Banelings? At least he's getting out some infestors now. That will help greatly killing off those Marines. So I feel like Nerchio is in a very good position right now. He does have those infestors out with no fungal growth yet, so a bit of a mistake. Maybe he didn't get the pathogen glands. It looks like he does have them now, though. So I feel like Nerchio will be able to hold this attack off very well. But Lucifron has an extremely big force moving out across the map, so this is going to be a big finishing battle right now. Looks like Nerchio is going to be moving in before Lucifron's next army can move in. And it does look like Nerchio is going to be able to clean up that first little bit of army, and he fungal growth a massive amount of Marines, but the tanks are still here, which need to siege, and those Marines have to get healed. It does look like there's an infestor up here, which is going to be able to get off a big fungal growth. Lucifron losing a ton of Marines, and Nerchio is giving a happy little face, and he actually GG's out of there. So I feel like Nerchio definitely had a better advantage, but his micro wasn't as good as Lucifron's, I guess. But I guess Nerchio also did lose that expansion, but pretty interesting game. So Lucifron is in the lead 1-0 out of a best of 3. So stay tuned. I'll be uploading the rest of the 2 matches later on today. So I'll have all 3 of the matches up today. And thanks for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys later.